A question that I'm often asked is, what does mindfulness have to do with social justice? Or even what does mindfulness have to do with implicit or unconscious bias? And this ancient practice of mindfulness actually can be used as a tool to lower our biases. About 5 or 7 years ago, I came across some social science research that showed that if you have any kind of mindfulness practice, that could be prayer, that could be something like a spiritual practice, or it could be focusing on the present moment. That if you do that even for a few minutes a day, it actually lowers our biases. And it kind of makes sense, in fact, because when you think about meeting someone who has a different social identity than you do, all of our biases or even our stereotypes that we've learned sort of dissipate. They fade into the background as we are interacting with the person in front of us if we are really present with them. And so it doesn't take away the structures of racism and sexism and heterosexism and ageism and ableism that exist today. I'm not suggesting that. But in the moment of interaction with another human being, you are very present with them, and you end up with a much deeper, much more authentic connection and interaction with them. And so this is what the research shows. I got very excited when I learned this research because I had been teaching implicit bias, unconscious bias trainings for years, literally decades, and happened to have my own mindfulness practice. And so my worlds collided. I got very excited. I even wrote a book about it. That's my latest book. At the same time, it turns out that many of my clients, whether they're corporations or organizations or schools or campuses, are very excited about the idea of mindful, inclusive leadership development. And the way I see this is using mindfulness as a tool, as I mentioned, and it really is doing social justice work from the inside out.